You want you? Yeah, there's still no noise.
Hi. What about now? What about now?
I can hear it. Oh no, maybe I hear it on the radio.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start. We gotta start. All right.
No, wait. This.
Hey, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la la, yeah, la 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 la, yeah, la 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 la. Ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la la. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for the consideration. Thank you all for being here. I truly am just overwhelmed, and it's so wonderful to see you all. So I also specifically want to welcome, we have some wonderful guests here with us this evening. Suji Min Miranda, who is the Executive Director of Aleph, if you would give us a wave. Hi, welcome. Welcome, we're glad to have you. And Mayor Ethan Baker from Troy, who's going to speak in just a second. So Mayor Roslyn Grafstein from Madison Heights, who I believe is, yeah, thank you. And then we have our friends here from the Ahmadiyya Muslim community and our friends from the Troy Interfaith Group. So thank you all for being here this evening. I'm just so grateful. It's so wonderful to see all of your beautiful faces here as we, of course, figure out how we're going to do this and be together. It's my pleasure to invite Mayor Baker up to say a few words. For being here.
Thank you, Rabbi Alicia. Wow, I didn't know I was first right off the bat, so
Yes.
Good thing I was paying attention.
Yeah, you're first.
Well, good evening, everybody. I am Mayor Ethan Baker, and I'm extremely honored and privileged to be here tonight. This is a special treat for me. We celebrate all of the different faith traditions here in the city of Troy, and Congregation Shir Tikva has always been near and dear to my heart because of, first of all, where it is. You have a beautiful location in our city, so that right off the bat is very important to me. But I'm really excited to be here for the official installation of Rabbi Alicia, who I think I've only met on Zoom.
Yes.
So this is really exciting. And I laughed when she said it's good to see all of your faces, because as you know, we're not looking at anybody's faces. So
Nice.
we can see your face and you can see mine right now. But honestly, I'm not here to speak. This is not about me this evening, but really just thank you for being a wonderful part of our community here in the city of Troy. Rabbi Alicia, very honored to be here to celebrate you this evening. And also thank you to my host, Marcia and Michael back there, who are giving me all the rundown of what's going to happen and making me feel like I know what's going on. So thank you all, and really excited about this evening.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much, and thanks for joining us, being a part of this community is one of the millions of reasons why Shir Tikva is so special. Another one is due to these two families who I'm going to invite forward now, the Bergs and the Chisholms. I'd like you to come forward to light the candles. I just want to say a few words about Sarah and Lorelai and their families as they make their way forward. You all know Sarah and Lorelai. You probably know Seth and Chris too, but these are families who have sacrificed so much for us to do everything that we do in this building, and two women without whom I would truly have been lost and continue to feel that way. So thank you for lighting the candles, because you all bring so much light to our community and to my life every day. For the many, many hours a day that we speak on the phone, the many hours. So thank you, thank you. We are on page 9 if you have a Siddur in front of you. Okay, hold on. I have gifties. One of the things that we do, one of our traditions, is that we send a lot of flowers to each other. So this is a bottle for your family, and a little bottle for your family, and these are for you, and these are for you. Thank you both so much for everything you do for us. Thanks, you guys. Oh, thanks. Thanks for being here. So wonderful. I think it's working. It seems like it, Lorelai. You can't come to work and not work. We're going to continue with Lechat Odi. It's my pleasure to invite Rabbi Arnie forward to lead this with me. We are on page 14. Lecha dodi, likra kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, penei Shabbat nekavela, la. Lecha dodi, likra kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likra kala, penei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad. Hishmi'anu el hamiyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila la. Lecha dodi, likra kala. Penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likra kala. Penei Shabbat nekavela. Likra Shabbat lechu v'nelcha. Ki makor havaracha. Merosh mikadem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh v'machshava tchila la. Lecha dodi, likra kala. Penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likra kala. Penei Shabbat nekavela. Hitoreri. Kiva orech kumiori. Uri shir taveri. Kevod Adonai ailech nigla la. Lecha dodi, likra kala. Penei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha dodi, likra kala. Penei Shabbat nekavela. please rise as we welcome Shabbat. We face the door. Boi v'shalom, atzeret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'sola, tov emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha lecha dodi, likra kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha lecha dodi, likra kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. La la la. Lecha dodi, likra kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha lecha dodi, likra kala, b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Thank you. I know you all just sat down, but I'm going to invite you to rise again as we join together now in the second piece of our service, which is the main part of our evening prayers. We are on page 18. We are on the Baruch. This is not on. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Please be seated. Oh, that was a noise. Okay. I'm realizing that in the beautiful program that Rachel and Lorelei put together, the page numbers are in there. So if you get lost, you can check that out. I'm now excited to invite my mom, Rebecca Harris, forward to read a prayer for Ma'ariv Aravim, our prayer for the evening. Yep, right here. Okay, you got it. Yeah, good, okay.
Praised are you, God, ruler of the universe, who has ordained the rhythm of life. The day with its light calls to activity and exertion. But when the day wanes, when, with the setting of the sun, colors fade, we cease our labors and welcome the tranquility of the night. The subdued light of the moon and stars, the darkness and the stillness about us invite rest and repose. Trustfully, we yield to the quiet of sleep, for we know that while we are unaware of what goes on within and around us, our powers of body and mind are renewed. Therefore, at this evening hour, we seek composure of spirit. We give thanks for the day and its tasks, and for the night and its rest. Praised are you, God, who brings on the evening.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ma'ariv Aravim. Amen. We are going to continue now with Shema, which is on page 22. Shema is our prayer for oneness, our prayer where we stop and we really meditate on each word. The prayer where we take a deep breath. Some people will choose to cover their eyes. Some people choose to close their eyes to concentrate on the words. For me, I like to place my hand on my heart and on my stomach because that's where I see God in breath. So I invite you to try any or all of those things if they work for you. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha Veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha u'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshertam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'eineinecha u'chtavtam Al mezuzot beitacha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher chotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Liolachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. We're going to continue now with Micha Mocha, our prayer for about peace and about freedom. We'll join together. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 mi chamo chava elim Adonai mi chamo chane edar bakodesh norati lo tosefele Noratehi lo tosefele Malechutecha ra'u vanecha Bokei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze'elianu ve'amru Ze'elianu ve'amiru Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed Yai lai lai yai lai 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 yai lai lai So you may have noticed that I'm not up here alone, as I usually am. I'd like to take the moment to introduce Rabbi Jen later. She is a wonderful dear friend and also going to be installing me this evening. I know we talked about Rabbi Julie Schwartz being here. She has the flu. She is doing much better, thank God. But of course, better safe than sorry, etc. And Jen got the call and was ready for action. So I'm so grateful. So thank you. We're going to pray Hashki Venu together on page 26. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Shield us for the sake of your name. Shield us from sorrow, from hatred and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. L'chaim. We're going to continue with the Amidah, our prayer, in which we will stand and offer thanks and praise. We are on page 51. Adonai, Sefatitza, Uvia, Eternal God, open my lips and my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, HaNokah, El Elyon, Omer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Gonei Yaakov, Ve'Zofer Chasdei Avot V'Imavot, U'Mei Gilad Libnei Bnei Ham, Lema'an Shimon Le'ahava, Melech Lozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat So'er. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Mechakel Chaim Baruch atah Adonai, atah kadosh u'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom ya'abudu v'selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh. I'll invite you all to be seated. We're going to continue celebrating Shabbat, our day of rest and our day of joy and gladness, with Vishamru, which is on page 55. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Of course, as Jews, we often hold the truths of sadness and joy together. And before we say our prayer for peace, I want to just acknowledge, of course, what's going on in Ukraine and ask that we hold those people close in our hearts at this moment as we pray for their well-being, for their safety, and for a quick end to something that seems so unnecessary. We are on page 59. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, the words mean abundant peace, not just regular peace, but the most peace. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael B'chol eit u'b'chol shah Bishlomecha Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam Tasim Leolam. I'll invite you now to take some moments of silence for prayer, meditation, a few deep breaths, and we'll join together in a moment. You're on page 61.
You guys are going to repeat after me.
Yehu Elerason
You don't repeat that part.
Levi Levanecha Adonai Suri Vego Wali Adonai Suri Vego Wali May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Leratso Imrefi Veyo Levi Lefana Adonai Suri Vero Ali Adonai Suri Vero Ali.
You guys are fun. Like being at camp.
Yeah, isn't it the best? Okay. Should I? Okay.
You can sit for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Just for a minute, though. Don't get too comfortable back there. First, I want to say thank you. It's really nice to be here. I don't often get to go to another synagogue and pray with everybody. And after a very long 2 years, it is a joy to come with this congregation. And you guys are so filled with authenticity. I don't know. It feels really good sitting here with you. I hope you feel. Does it feel like this every week for you guys? I'm going to come become a member. I'm going to join. It's really nice. And I just, before I start with the official installation piece, just want to say that the best part about this service so far, in addition to your beautiful voices and your enthusiasm and your kavanah that you're bringing tonight to this sanctuary, it's been really fun to watch you all radiate love to Rabbi Alicia and to see her love radiated back to you. It's like a really special, nice thing. So it's been really like seeing you watch her with such love and pride, and you should hear the way she talks about you not in this space. It's nice. It's mostly nice, like 95%, and it just feels really like a really beautiful match, and that doesn't always happen. It especially doesn't always happen in the middle of a worldwide pandemic while we're like living through end times. So thank you for letting me be here and to see this and to feel this and to be with you tonight. So one of my favorite Talmudic stories tells us about a woman. Of course it was a man, but you get the idea. So a woman who walks in the desert, she is tired and thirsty and hungry, and this woman finds this beautiful large tree growing over a spring of water, bearing fruit and giving cool shade. Now the woman rests in the shade of the tree. She eats from its fruits, she drinks from the water of the spring, and when she leaves, she says to the tree, "Oh, wonderful tree, how can I bless you? I would bless you that a spring of water should run near your roots, but you already stand over a spring of water. I would bless you that your shade be cool, but you already have such beautiful, cool shade. I would bless you that your fruit be sweet, but you already bear such sweet fruit. So my blessing for you," says the woman, "is, may it come to pass that all the seedlings that emanate from you grow to be as you are." And there is something just so sweet about sharing this parable as I stand before this beloved congregation, before my friend Alicia Harris, with her fresh eyes and her open heart, as she is formally installed as the Rabbi of Shir Tikva, praying together in this holy space, which links us both to our past and our future. Now, we've all had rabbis and teachers and mentors and guides who have made Judaism come alive for us. It's much of the reason that we are all sitting here today, having chosen to really center ourselves around this community. And these people taught us that our stories aren't simply ancient text. They are the preservation of the growing pains of the Jewish people, the arguments and conversations between sages and scholars, like those who are in this room tonight, that have brought us to this moment. And it's in this collection of multitude of voices that challenge the status quo that have allowed our people to grow and evolve, that recognize that even long ago that the path forward isn't always easy, and it won't make everybody happy, but that these struggles and these questions and these conversations are really what make us who we are. Shir Tikva has chosen in Rabbi Alicia an authentic and thoughtful leader who is unafraid to struggle, to question, to grow and evolve, to lead the congregation into tomorrow, even when tomorrow is, well, it's complicated, as we slowly emerge out from under the shadow of the last 2 years. But with Rabbi Alicia at the helm, Shir Tikva will continue to be a place where all are not just welcome, but are celebrated, where the tent is opened wider and wider. And with your help, with your love and your support, she will continue to prune the garden and shear the trees in order for fresh saplings to bask in the warmth of the sun. So you remember that blessing that the woman offered the tree in our parable, that its seedlings would grow, offering shade and fruit and sweetness and comfort. Well, I am one of those seedlings, and so are you. We were all planted by those who came before us, by our parents, by our teachers, by our biblical ancestors and our modern heroes, like Eleanor Roosevelt, who Rabbi Alicia is wearing on her talit clip today. These brilliant and brave, loving men and women watered and nurtured us. They invited us to grow roots in the nourishing soil of the Jewish people. And tonight, we honor Rabbi Alicia Harris, who has rooted herself in this community with her full heart as she takes on this mantle of sacred leadership. She will plant and plant and plant and plant, giving of herself and inspiring new growth for the generations that stretch out before her. We stand on her shoulders, and we bless her by continuing to cultivate the comforting shade and sweet fruits of learning and community and singing, savoring that brightness of the stories of our people amid the backdrop of our eternal story of the Torah. And the fruits of this community are sweet and ripe. The roots are deep, and the future is bright. So as Jews, we mark sacred times like this through blessing. So I have a blessing for all of us to share in this space tonight, because this moment is a blessing for everybody here. So please repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai, borei peri ha'etz. Blessed are you, God, who created the fruits of this tree and this sacred opportunity that we have had to plant seeds together. And we all say, Amen. And now, Rabbi, will this microphone work if I step away from the other one? Yes, you can still hear me. All right. So I will ask you to join me now at this ark so that we can offer you a blessing, one that we've used to bless our people with for thousands of years. Not yet.
Okay.
So we're taught that at Sinai, Moses received the Torah, handed it over to Joshua, who handed it to the elders, who passed it to the prophets, who in turn have passed it from generation to generation, each community seeking to honor and strengthen our story and our people. And for the last 40 years, the generations at Shir Tikva have held fast to this chain of tradition, counting on their rabbis to be strong links in this chain. So tonight, it's my honor and my privilege to bless you as you continue in this role, leading and guiding and serving and teaching, standing by your congregants' sides in moments of great joy and in moments of deep sorrow. And so we, collectively, will offer you this ancient blessing with abounding joy and with gratitude and with love. So I'm going to need your help. You're going to help me bless Rabbi Alicia. You're going to all be rabbis tonight, so we're all going to lay hands. We're doing this. And after each blessing, I need you all to say, Kain Yehi Ratzo. Practice. Perfect. So that means may it be God's will. Okay? Wrap it if you'd like. Wait. That was a secret. Okay. Yevarach Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'ir Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God comfort you and shine God's face upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Rabbi Alicia, may you be blessed with so many gifts along this journey. May you be blessed with joy and lots of laughter and no more technical difficulties. And we're not done yet. And the people who sing as loudly and with as much joy as they do tonight, may you be blessed with a future here, with roots, with branches, with leaves, with fruits. And may your people continue to know after today how lucky they are to have you. And may you, in return, appreciate their love, their support, their value, and their strength. So together we say, Amen. Amen.
siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, yehelanu. So while we're all standing, we're going to sing one more blessing. I obviously have a million words to say, but I hope you'll just take a deep breath with me. Shechianu, this blessing is a blessing of the moment of arriving. And it's a blessing of joy and a blessing of newness and a blessing that just has so much hope. So I hope you'll sing with me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. I invite you all to be seated. Okay. So the benefit of having my computer up here, besides everybody else being able to hear us, is that when my thing didn't print out of the printer, now I can look at it again. So, yay, we did it. Okay, so you all know me well enough to know that I'm a crier, so just come with me on this journey. No, I have some down here. Thank you, Mom. You need those. So I'm going to start with a little Torah. This week we begin the book of Vayikra, or Leviticus. Vayikra, those words mean and he was called. God called Moses. Moses and God talk a lot in the Torah, like a lot, as you all, you know that. But often it's Vayidaber, and God said, or Vayomer, and God said. Vayikra, God called. This is obviously a calling for me. This is a moment in which we have really all been called to be in community, where we've all been called to support one another and lift each other up through a really trying time. I was called to be here. And I'm going to pause and just ask everybody to turn your phones off. I forgot to say that at the beginning, so I'll take that. But, turn your phone off, please. If it's God calling, God will find another way. That's the whole message, the whole thing, right? That's the whole deal. Right. So, when I was applying for jobs in March of 2020, I was still in school. My thesis was freshly baked and a little late, to say the least, in a surprise to none of anybody. It just took some more time. And I was looking at jobs, and I finally found this job in New York that I was applying for, that I was going through this interview process with, and something didn't feel right. And I was really, my parents was like, so many phone calls, we talked maybe all day, every day for 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, well, this is, we're in this pandemic. It was first of all, let me tell you, it was the first week of the pandemic, right? So nobody knew anything. People were still wiping down their groceries. And if you're still doing that, that's good. You do whatever you are allowed to do what works for you. that's the message at Shir Tikva, right? So, whatever. If you're doing it, you got to do what you need to do to feel good. So we just were like, so nobody knew anything, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go forward with this, and then it just it fell apart, and at 6:59 on a Wednesday evening, I sent them an email and I said, thank you so much. This is not going to be the congregation for me. I really appreciate it. And at 7 o'clock, I started my second interview here. And then that night at about 10 o'clock, Rich called me and said, hi, you want to work for us? Or, something nicer than that. And I said, absolutely, yes. And there have been a million moments like that that have all pointed me in this direction of this place at this time. When I was here, like the week and a half before I moved up here, I had this overwhelming feeling of peace and knowing. And then my first high holidays that I did from here by myself with Steve and the camera guys. And Yom Kippur evening, I left the parking lot and looked up and there was a double rainbow. And just like over and over again, things have pointed me to this moment. So, when I talk about Shir Tikva, Rabbi later is correct. Like, I sing your praises, really. This place is so special. Our board is functional, which is awesome. Like, we are really, we are just so lucky. But the thing that really attracted me to Shir Tikva more than anything else was the way in which you cared for each other. The way in which you answer your call. The way in which you show up for one another. The amount of texts and calls that I get, so-and-so is this, you need to call them, from like somebody who's just like in the congregation, this person's going through this thing, you should call. The way that you show up for each other it's beautiful. And that is the thing that makes me the most proud to be a part of this community. Because I think one of the great markers of leadership is being able to step away and have things keep going. And you all take care of each other so well. And it just brings me so much joy. So the other thing I want to say is, as you all know, my ordination was supposed to take place in May of 2020. And so we never really got a moment to like I was telling Jen or Rabbi later, this is the first time that anybody has physically put their hands on me. Like, I have an ordination, I have my documents, they're hanging in my office, they're framed, they're beautiful. But, and you can look at them if you want, but they just say my name in Hebrew and stuff. It's fine, it's lovely. But it wasn't like the thing that I had imagined for 6 years, that I had worked so hard for, that it wasn't, it was my dining room table in Cincinnati, which was lovely. But my parents couldn't even be there. That was before any of us knew really what was going on. So to be able to be together in community, it means everything to me. And I just thank you all so much. Vaikra and Moses, and God called to Moses. And as you all know, gratitude is sort of, that's my thing, right? Like those of you who are here every week understand that this is something that we come back to. But there's a difference, I think, between saying thank you and feeling truly grateful and feeling calm and easy and just being surrounded by joy. And that is certainly how I feel this evening. So I want to say a few thank yous. First, Rabbi later, thank you for stepping in at the last minute. I cannot tell you first of all, like, the fact that you didn't have to fly anywhere is really nice. And also, to have a dear friend be involved in this process was so cool. So thank you. I know I spoke about Lorelai and Sarah already, but the Bergs and the Chisholms are the reason we are functioning. Their whole families give a lot to let their parents be a part of this community, and I am grateful for that. To Rachel and Donna and Carrie, who, keep us moving. I mean, thank you. To Patty and Keith. Patty, honestly, like most of my phone calls home these days are just like, isn't Patty the greatest? Yes, Patty is the greatest. And I working with you and your calm energy and your sneaky humor. And Keith, I know that it's like, this is a second job and you are doing a beautiful one. And I'm sorry we can't give you a raise, but we will double your salary. So, there's that. And Keith, plays music for us often and is so, you just like goes with my changes so easily. So thank you. To Rich and Pam, Team Spitzer, for not only founding this congregation along with Phyllis, but also for bringing me in. Rich, that phone call changed my life. So thank you. To the transition team, to the search committee, to the executive committee and the board, and my job review tiny team, thank you for helping me do this job. This is the first time I've done it. I think it's going pretty well, but I am just so grateful for all of your feedback, for every moment that you say to me, try it this way, or every solution that you offer, and every time you cheer for me, and every time you help me with sadness. I'm grateful. To the Installation Planning Committee, thank you for putting this wonderful event together. Y'all are fantastic. Religious Rituals folks, thank you for helping me put this service together. Jan, thank you for being our tech person. Listen, Jan puts up with a lot from us, and she's the best. I want to thank my friends who are here. Detroit has quickly become a home for me, and dancing with all of you brings me so much joy. So thank you for being a part of my life. I'm so grateful. Sorry. Okay. I held this together pretty well, you guys. I mean, sometimes I come up here and I just okay. To my family, you all don't know this, but my family are also your rabbis. They are the people that I call when I don't know what to do. I have like mentors and wonderful people too, of course, but like people who are rabbis, but they are the reason that I am. My parents and my brother and my grandparents, I'm so grateful you're here, and I'm grateful that we have a moment to celebrate together. It's been a really hard couple of years, and I'm just, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my people. I love y'all. To each of you, Cole, I can't get over that. Yarmulke is so funny. Thank you for taking care of each other. Thank you for being this place. Each of your hearts make this what it is, and I'm truly grateful. My heart is just like overflowing. I'm so happy. Thank you. Thank you, each of you. Rabbi Arnie, I thank you for taking all of my phone calls. You never ignore my phone calls, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. I promise that I'm almost done. The last thing I just want to say is, when I accepted this job, I grew up in Toledo, but I never been to Metro Detroit before. I didn't come up to see the building. It was a feeling that let me know that this was the right place and the right time. And for that feeling, I thank you each and every one of you. Thank you. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Thanks for being here. Okay, so Rabbi Arnie now gets to talk. So I'm going to go over here.
Wow. Warm, spiritual, totally welcoming. We've been saying that for a long time, but no words could better describe Rabbi Alicia Harris. Rabbi Alicia, you are the real deal. You came to an extraordinarily caring congregation, and what has become clear to us is that you are so deeply caring in your heart, in your soul, and you are able to express that caring in ways that we all feel palpably. I became the rabbi I am here. This congregation taught me how to be a rabbi. And they're here for you to do the same. They will learn from you and you will learn from them. You couldn't have better teachers. We'll let you know what we need. And that's the greatest gift that you can give to her. You talked about Vayikra being called, and by every definition, we called you, and you said Hineni. I know that I speak for Robert, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. He's recovering from surgery. But we have developed an incredibly fond place in our hearts for you, and we are grateful to have you as our rabbi. May we all of us, go from strength to strength together. Just one sort of humorous thing to end with. My brother-in-law, Steve, looked at the two of you and said, "Do you have to have curly hair to be a rabbi?" And I said, "No." Good showers, everybody. Good showers.
That's yours. Mine's over here. Sorry, I touched it. I apologize. All right. So now I get to invite Patty up to share some words with the congregation. Come on, Patty. I know you have something to give me, but I have something to give you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. After this week, we need it. And these are, y'all know Patty, and she's, like, I don't know that I have the words to describe what an incredible person you are. And I think I tell you often, and you're like, please stop. And I just want you to know that the last 2 years you have taught me so much. So thank you. And this is not an easy job, and you are incredible at it. So I love you. Thank you. Yeah, Patty.
And now I have to talk.
Yeah, sorry, I guess I should have done
No,
that
you're good.
afterwards. I didn't really think it through. I was just so excited.
Me too. Oh my gosh, so many things to be grateful for and happy about right now. This whole situation, like, I could not ask for a better partner. I could not ask for a better teacher. And, we've said a lot tonight, but you came to us when we really needed you, and I can't even believe it. So, and this, like, oh my gosh, and hello everyone there. This is just overwhelming and beautiful. So thank you everyone for coming. Thanks to all of our guests for coming and making this night extra special. It's so good to see all of you here tonight. What I have here is a letter from Rabbi Rick Jacobs, who is the head of the Union for Reform Judaism. And what he said here is absolutely true. And I share all these feelings, so I'm going to say them to all of us. So it says, Dear Alicia, I'm delighted that the congregation Shir Tikva family is honoring you this Shabbat as you are installed as a synagogue's rabbi. Both personally and on behalf of the Union for Reform Judaism, I extend a warm mazel tov to you in this simcha of your life. Although I cannot be with you in person, I join in spirit with the members of your congregation and your many friends and colleagues to wish you much joy and success as you lead your new congregation into its next exciting chapter. You are blessed with many outstanding gifts, all of which will help you take the congregation Shir Tikva community to an even greater level of vitality. In the short time that you have led the community, you have already brought in innovation and creativity to many facets of congregational life. I'm confident that these accomplishments and so many others will inform your leadership at Congregation Shir Tikva, enhancing the Jewish journeys of those whose lives you touch and enriching all aspects of the community. The entire congregational family is extremely blessed to have you at the helm, sustaining Congregation Shir Tikva as a beacon of vibrant Reformed Jewish life and a true Kahila Kadosha, a holy community. As you and your new congregational family go forth together, may the countenance of the Holy One of blessing shine brightly upon you, your family, and all who Congregation Shir Tikva hold dear. And may you find much meaning and joy in the Jewish living, learning, and celebrating you will do together now and for many years to come. I just want to pause on that.
Yeah, sure.
So, yes, all of that. We're not doing announcements? We're doing announcements?
Well, if there's announcements to make, you should, so they're up there. This is a regular Shabbos, so.
I know, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know, is there someone from the board here? Is there someone from the board who's not here? Okay, so I am going to do announcements in a minute, but before I do that, again, I just want to thank everyone for coming. Team Harris, oh my gosh, thank you for this. I also want to acknowledge the members of the planning committee for this weekend, who did an amazing job on the events that are happening tonight, and we're going to have some fun tomorrow and on Sunday. What you don't see is that really this group had to plan about 6 different events and be ready to deploy whichever one matched the meteorological and immunological conditions of the weekend. So I applaud them for their creativity, their flexibility, and just their hard work. It was impressive. So I'm going to read the announcements, and then I have a little present for Rabbi Arnie. I'm sorry. I have a present for Rabbi Arnie later. Rabbi Alicia from the board and from the congregation. All right. So our announcements are thus. A celebratory Oneg Shabbat in honor of Rabbi Alicia's installation service will follow this service. To-go Oneg boxes will be available for those who are pre-registered. All in attendance are welcome to enjoy a sweet treat and refreshments in the Oneg room or in our outdoor tent on the patio, which is heated. Yeah. If you would like to stay indoors for your Nash, please review our building policies shown in tonight's program. And our celebrations will continue throughout the weekend. Tomorrow night, join us on Zoom for Havdalah and Jewish bingo. And then on Sunday, our Family Ed program continues the festivities, concluding with the raffle drawing on Sunday morning. Tickets are still available, but not right now. Our spring bulb sale is going on. This year's funds will be raised for our Tauber Caring community. Check your e-blast for details. Our annual CST Purim Carnival is next Sunday, March 20th, starting with Megillah reading at 9:30 a.m. Our carnival runs from 10 to noon. Costumes are encouraged and masks are required. Bring your friends and get ready for fun. Have you been joining us either in person or virtually for Shabbat services and are interested in membership? If so, please contact our Executive Director, Lorelei Berg, at info@shirtikva.org with questions or to learn more. So at this time, if you are on the board and you are here, please come and join me on the bima. Rabbi Alicia, will you come forward?
Sure.
Come on up, friends. Come on up, everyone. So I really want this group of people to come up here just so you can see at least the top halves of their faces.
Some of them have secret mustaches and you don't know about
That's
it.
right, exactly. Right. And some you think might have mustaches. No, it's very strange. Anyway, I've lost my notes. But
You lost what?
this. I just want to make sure. Okay. All right. So this is a gift from all of us in a bag that was custom festooned by Carolyn Comey. So I have been just pull
this.
string.
Okay. Okay. Nothing's gonna jump out at me, right?
Nothing will jump on you.
A puppy?
No, it's not a puppy. And there's a box in the bag.
Okay. Oh, this is so nice. In my colors. Thanks, you guys.
And there's a plate underneath.
Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful Havdalah set. Thank you. Look at this. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Mara.
Mara is not on the board. She can come up anytime.
Oh.
She's our next president.
What are you doing in 2 years, Mara?
Right? Thank you. This is so.
If you flip it over.
Oh, you guys, thank you. This says Rabbi Alicia Harris, Congregation Shir Tikva, March 11th, 2022. Oh, this is so lovely. And I don't have a Havdalah set. So this
Now
is.
you do.
Now I do. Thank you. Thank you. And I can't, you all work, I mean, first of all, meetings on Zoom are hard because we can't always hear each other and everybody is sometimes frozen. And so I thank you all so much. I can't tell you how incredible it's been to work with you all this last 2 years. I mean, you are each such special, wonderful people. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this beautiful gift, y'all. This is so nice. Thanks. Thank you. Oh. Thanks, board friends. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. I love your kippah. I like that you're using so many different clips. I love it. They're hair clips. Mine are too. Look. You have pink ones at home, but you have some pink ones in your hair too. Anyway, we'll continue this conversation later. Thank you all so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Once again, demonstration that the installation planning committee is on the job, and I am not. In the back of in the lobby, as you leave, you probably noticed there are 240 tzedakah boxes on that table. This is part of our celebration that's going to extend through the whole year. So we have chosen, or Rabbi Alicia has chosen, a charity that we're going to collect tzedakah for all year long as a congregation. And then at the end of the year, we will be pooling the money that we collect for tzedakah and donating it to HIAS, is that how you say it? And it's actually very timely, although this was chosen a couple months ago. HIAS services refugees all over the world and people seeking asylum. It's a great, great organization. Members of the religious school community and congregants in general have decorated the fronts of the tzedakah boxes. So please take one per family. Over the course of the next year, put your tzedakah in there. We'll bring it all back here a year from now. This entire project was masterminded by the great Deb Yanstein.
Thanks, Deb.
And in collaboration with Rabbi Alicia, so we owe her a big debt of gratitude, and I'm really glad she reminded me to say that. All right.
Thank you.
Now I'm out of here.
Okay. This is so beautiful. Okay, hold on. My colors and everything. I love teal, you guys. It's perfect. You did a perfect job. This is a perfect. Thank you. Okay. This. Let's just get our act together here. All right. Patty, do you want these back, or should I hold on to them? Okay. As we are talking about what a warm and welcoming community we are, we know that there are people who are not able to be with us this evening because they are not well, people who we are praying for their recovery, for their body and their mind and their spirits. It is always our tradition here to take a moment to pray for all of those people who are in need of that kind of healing, of that kind of holding that we can offer through our words and our love. So this evening, our congregation is thinking and praying for Shay Bukema, Lex Baum, Bess Love, Joan Firestone, Steve and Sharon Burns, Mike Ingber, Barbara Saul, Suzanne Kovacs, Doreen Billett, Robert Crow, Paul Pessis, and Mark Pierce. Our custom here is that if you are thinking of somebody whose name you'd like to share with our community, I will invite you to rise and share that name aloud as I sort of make my way around the room. We'll start.
Kevin Kaczynski and the Logan family.
Wayne Siegel, Justin G. Bruce Nagy. Kathy Barrow. Lauren Rogers. Art Horning, Kathy Snow, Jerry Price, Sharon Moore.
Gary Snyder.
Frank Valdez, Marty Westcott, Anna Tavich.
Doug Skate, Gary Skate.
Stephanie Zach and Margaret Gellman.
Angela Cheswick, Alan Cheswick, Jeech, and those people suffering from addiction.
Jesse Dustin.
Cindy Sullivan, Belinda Salzberg, Jason Nolan.
Romano Ferdinand. Jane Elizabeth Thornton, Lauren Hirschkopf.
Laura Castle.
Paul Michelin, Shirley Michelin, Nicole Taylor.
We continue with the Misha Berach prayer, our prayer for healing on page 67. Misha Berach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, So at this time, I would like to invite members of the transition team, if you are here, and members of the search committee, if you are here, to come forward and open the ark for Aleinu. We are on page, like I haven't done this before, 74. Please rise. Aleinu Shabbat Adon Malko, Lazekidu Halilu Sereshi, Shalom Asanu B'nei Haratzot, Elohim Samanu, Hemishpachot Adama, Shalom Sampalkenu Kadam, Begor Aleinu, Kechol Hamonam, V'anachnu korim, u'mishpachanim u'modim, lifnei Melech, Malkei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to remain standing. This evening, we think about all of those who came before us, who got us to this moment. We are grateful, just so grateful for each of those people. As we turn our thoughts to those who are no longer with us, we think specifically of Penny and Josh Michelin's brother and uncle, Larry Golden, who died this week. We are also in a period of shloshim for Dawn Jennings, the mother of Ted Jennings. We don't have any yard sites this week, but if there's somebody that you are thinking of whose name you'd like to share as we join together in the mourner's Kaddish, I am really specifically thinking about my Bubby and Zadie this evening. We join together in the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, on page 78. Yikadal v'ikadash shemei Rabbi, Be'alma divarach hirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uchayed l'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbi mivarach leolam ulamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brifu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'oma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved here and everywhere, to which we say, amen. Please be seated. Except for Dad, can you come up? So one of the joys of my life is that I have introduced the Reuben Harris Zadie version of the Kiddush to all of you, and you all have been singing it strongly, those of you who are here with us on Friday evenings. Zadie was, my Bubby and Zadie were forces in my life. They are part of the reason that I am standing before you, I think Zadie would just be tickled to know that everybody is doing the Zadie version of the Kiddush. So if you haven't heard it yet, you'll hear it. It's beautiful. I asked my dad to lead this. This was a special prayer for us, sitting around their table, harmonizing, talking, yelling at each other, with lots of music and laughter and love, which is really what all of you are for me. So. Dad, and this juice is good juice. So you may have been here on Rosh Hashanah when it was not as good. So if you would, we are on page 87, if you would like to join us.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to be with you and experience your joy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu.
V'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Kilanu bacharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava u'vratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
Will you grant me one more privilege? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
gotten a sip of this juice?
I had plenty.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so now it's my pleasure to invite all, I know it's late and I thank you for your patience. All of you, if you are a student at CST, I'd like to invite you forward to help us bless the challah. So I see at least one beanie, and I see Yamsteins, I see Edwards, I see Evie Keogh's on the floor maybe. Oh, okay, I see Rebecca and Maya and the Hirsches. I see you. Come on, friends. Come on. We're doing it. Who else did I miss? Any other? Oh, Mara. Is Mara here? Mara, you go to school here. Well, come on. Hamotzi lachem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Should have. Oh, it's so beautiful. What's on there? Oh, is that our logo? That's so nice. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne. Yes, please take a piece. Wait, oh my God, thank you. We're going to yes, take a piece of challah. Okay, I'll take it. Yes, you. Is that okay for Mark? Okay, great. I can't just like authorize a situation. Rebecca, are you serious?
No, they're asking me to take a
You're
picture.
on the Bima, man.
I know. They're like, take a picture. No one else
Do it
has their
later.
phone. Okay.
Remember in your minds. Here we go. We're going to sing one more Oseh Shalom. Let's join together while we finish up this challah and everybody will get to have a piece. Did you get a piece of challah? Well, you ask the kids if they'll give you one. Can somebody give Mara some challah, please? Oh, hard. Oh, say shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tzeilav, ve'imru, Hey, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tzeilav, ve'imru, amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Thank you to David for the beautiful music. Please join us. Thank you all. Shabbat shalom, everyone. That's your call. Okay, well, is it delicious?
Yes.
Great.
I wanted to get a picture because it was the logo.
Okay, but also, like, Friday night on the
For you.
Bima.
I for you.
Like,
okay, now take it. We'll take it now. Take it now. I don't have my phone.
well, Rebecca has it.
Where do I put the holla?
Bye, everybody. Put it down. And it's beautiful. Thank you so much for coming, really. Oh, yeah.